What's up, guys? Donnie B, Learn Pro Recording. You know, the site that not only shows you how to do a little recording, but more importantly, and just as important, how to get paid for it. Hey, I got something special for you today. You can probably see I'm in a different room, okay? And I'm actually standing up. Now, I got a stand-up desk, and it's pretty cool. We have a thing, we have a live event tomorrow, which I'm going to give you guys access to it right now. If you see this video today, Monday, July 24th, and it's before 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock p.m. on that same day, Pacific Standard Time, you can come and see us live. We're going to record a live jazz funk fusion band, strictly analog, to a 2-track tape machine. We're taking the computer out of the room. There will be no computers in there. I've got this computer, which is going to be the streaming system, and it's in the vocal booth. That's why I'm in here. And this kind of coincides with what we're talking about today. Let me get rid of this for you. This kind of also talks about what we're talking about today. We started this series last week with soundproofing, which you guys now know there's no such thing. You can cut it down, but there's no such thing as soundproof. You're going to hear something unless you live in an anechoic chamber. I'll put the video from last week right here. You guys can go check that out. It's pretty cool. But what we're going to do today is I'm going to take the camera and I'm going to go in the other room and I'm going to show you all around what I've got going on in the other room. And I'm going to take there's some sound deadening panels in there. We call them gobos because they're on wheels. We can move them around. One side of the panel reflects, the other side of the panel absorbs. So depending on what we want to do with it, I'll actually show those to you in the other room. I got to pull the camera off and change the microphone system here, but I'll pull the camera off. We'll go in the other room. Then I'll remove those gobos from the live room and let you hear the difference. Just in the camera mic, you will hear a difference in how things are deadened just because we've got gobos in the room. Like, you guys can probably tell that this room sounds kind of dead. If I clap, there's very little reflection because we got these foamy things all over the walls, and I don't like this as a vocal booth, honestly. Because of that, there's no, like, liveness to the room at all. So I just don't even like it as a vocal booth. We actually use it for storage because there's no, I just don't like it. I like cutting vocals in the other room because I get a little bit of the room sound, a little bit of the wood bouncing around, and you kind of want that sometimes. You don't want a fully dead room. There are times when you do, but there are times, most of the times, I don't like it. So without going too deep into things in here because it's hot, I'm going to take you guys into the other room and show you some cool stuff. Okay. This is the streaming setup for tomorrow. This is the same setup that I use for recording all these videos and everything. We have an ATEM switcher. I don't know if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff. We could do a whole tour of this thing one day if you want. There's a Rodecaster Pro 2, an ATEM Mini ISO, Stream Deck, an old-ass laptop. The computer on this is a basic Mac Mini M1 with, I think, 8 gigs of RAM. So this is the control room. I'm taking you guys through, just going to do a little quick tour. This is the control room, how it's going to be set up. The computer won't be in there tomorrow. We're actually going to be taking that out, so that won't be there. But we got a camera in here for the engineer, got a light in here for the engineer. Everything's going to run through the Audient. This is an Audient ASP4816. These are going to be turned off tomorrow, so they won't even be in play. We will be using the Bus Plus. We're not going to be using the Apollos tomorrow. Sorry about the shadows there. I'm not a camera guy, man. Come on, I'm moving around. We had to bring in some extra compressors and other items that we're going to be inserting into the signal paths of some of the stuff. We are going to be using some of the outboard gear. Some of the stuff over here is going to be used. We'll talk about that more later. Some of the camera gear is here. This is the actual tape machine that we're going to be using. This is a Otari MTR12. You guys can see that. It is a half-inch, it's a half-inch or a quarter-inch 4-track recorder. Of course, we're only using 2. We are today we are actually setting the biases and setting the levels and things like that. So just to make things work right. So this is the live room. This is where the band's going to be. I'll do a quick tour around here. It is a mess. Don't judge, please. We're going to be setting all this up. We got lights, we got cameras, we're gonna have 8 cameras on this gig tomorrow. We got 2 of these Blackmagic Pocket Cinema cameras. There's one there. This is the bigger one here. They are all set up. Most of this stuff's going to be out here. Anyway, these are the gobos. This is a gobo here. There's another one there. There's a shorter one there, a shorter one there. There's another, oh, the other one's over here. There's the other one. So I'm gonna be taking these out, and you guys can hear what it sounds like in here now, and then you'll hear what it sounds like after I take them out, okay? Maybe we can smack on a snare drum or something. You guys can feel that. I've just got this, I just got this wireless mic, a wireless Rode mic. So that's kind of what it sounds like in here with the gobos in the room. I'm gonna take the gobos out of the room right now, and we will see what's gonna happen. And for whatever reason, it says analog rules on this thing that somebody made for us, this banner. Somebody made us this banner one time because they were shooting instructional videos. I think they were doing drum covers or something. Anyway, so this is the room. This is where we're going to be tomorrow, and it's going to be really, really cool. Hopefully you guys can join us. Go to learnprorecording.com/live2. Spell it out, TWO. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to take the gobos out of the room. We'll see what it sounds like. So as you can see, I've taken the gobos out of the room. There's the 4 gobos there that were in there. Let's go back in here now and see how it sounds now. So now it sounds quite different. It's very, dude, it even just taking those things out of the room makes such a big difference. Now, what we're talking about today is the difference between soundproofing and room treatment. There's still some room treatment in here, man, to keep things from bouncing around. There was a couple of trouble spots in here. We ended up having to put a little something on the ceiling there. This is a, behind the organ here, we have a Hammond organ. Behind the Hammond is a diffusion wall. This just breaks up any sound energy and makes it go somewhere else. It just breaks it up so it can't reflect. There are some panels on the wall right around the drum section here, so those just have foamy things on the inside. But even with the gobos out of the room, it just sounds different. Let's hit on the snare drum again and see if you notice a difference. There is a difference. It's weird, man. You take those things out of the room. Now we're gonna put them back for the gig, but just I took them out just to let you guys hear the difference in the room that's not treated. Get it? Okay, so I'm gonna show you a little something on the computer about how to check your room for any frequencies that are bouncing around and not favorable. Okay, so I'm gonna show you that now, and then we'll call it a day, and we'll hopefully see you guys tomorrow on the live 2-track recording. Remember, we're going live to 2-track, live to tape. That's what it's going to do, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be the awesome thing, the most awesome thing you've ever seen. We got a transport for the Otari. Got a lot of outboard gear we're going to be using. The SSL Bus Plus, handy little thing if you got to have a bus compressor. Anyway, this is going to be amazing. I think with the whole band, we've only got 14 mics set up. It's going to be very minimal, but it's going to be very cool. You guys are going to be, I'm excited for you. I'm excited for what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know what's going to happen because we've never done this before, but here we go. Let's get this done. We'll see you guys soon. I'm Donnie B. I'm out of here. Peace. Okay, you guys can see my Pro Tools screen. What I have is I've created a pink noise at -20 dB. You can get this from your audio suite. It's just the signal generator. You do have to have some kind of spectral analyzer, so you can see the frequencies. As you guys can see, the frequencies are moving around there. I'm using the FabFilter Pro Q3, and you see I'm just talking. You see me talking. You also hear me in my other mic, which I have. It's a Rode Go. So it's just a wireless lav mic. Anyway, so you create a 20 dB, it doesn't matter. 20 dB, see, that's the default. Just go to the pink noise, which is here, select some time, and then click render. Okay, now you're gonna play that back through your speakers. And then you're gonna set this microphone up near where you would have your head. Okay, set the mic in Omni so it's picking up all around the mic. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna press play. And then you're going to turn off the lavalier mic so you don't hear that. So as you can see, when I'm not talking, it's fairly flat. This room does have a bass trap, so you can see that it's getting rid of a lot of the what this is doing is the microphone is we're playing the sound back through the speakers. Now Pink Noise has like pretty much the entire spectrum of sound in this staticky kind of sound that you hear. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're receiving that sound after these frequencies have bounced off the surfaces in this room. And it's coming back into the microphone, which is where your head would be sitting if you were here listening to music or mixing or what have you. So let's do it again. And as you can see, the lower frequencies are very well controlled. They're not bouncing around, they're not coming back. The whole line is pretty flat. I'm actually this is the first time I've ever done this in this room. I've never tested this room like this, but this is how an acoustician would check the room. We do have panels on the walls. We do have a diffusion wall back here. This room is pretty well treated. I personally don't like mixing in this room. I prefer to mix in my other studio, which maybe next time we'll check the other studio and see how it does on this test. But you guys can do this on your own in your studio and let me know how it comes out. Let me know in the comments how your test comes out. Maybe show a screenshot of your Pro Q3 and what it looks like and how flat it might be. So next week what I plan to do is I'm going to show you how to make these panels that you can hang on your walls in your studio. It worked okay, you know, using the foamy stuff or the egg crates like they did in Hustle and Flow. That kind of worked in, you know, for the movie, but it doesn't really work well in your studio. I don't want you to do just the foamy stuff. So what I'm going to do next week is I'm going to show you exactly how to make these panels with simple stuff you could buy at your local hardware store, Home Depot, Lowe's, what have you. So there you go. Hey, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. And don't forget, we're doing the live thing tomorrow. In case you missed the live stream of that, I'll put a link down in the description. You guys can't miss it. It's going to be awesome. Well, again, we're doing live analog to 2-track tape. The computer's going out of the room. No computers in the room. It's going to be amazing. Kind of like what they did in the 1970, 1975 era, man. We didn't have computers. This is how we did it. The Beatles, 1963, Abbey Road. Sir George Martin. That's what we're trying to accomplish tomorrow. So hopefully you guys can make it. We'll see you then. I'm Donnie B. I'm out of here. Peace.